Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Game of the opening weekend of 2020. Time for football from Denver. Broncos and Titans. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Phillip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball out of the backfield.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. It changed, name, how about your respect? Give them more than when I get expected up the back. In fact, you know, I sat down with my accountant, he said I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news?
2nd and 11 at the 41. The first carry is a Bronco for the longtime Charger. It's Melvin Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Gain on the play. Leads to 3rd and 11.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Carry for Henry, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The carry.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Tannehill. Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there. First down.
A gain of 11 on the play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Lock. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
24-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Running from the gun with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A great return there of 22 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He completes this to Sutton. 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one good for 37 yards.
This defense is definitely reeling a little bit now. Back-to-back big plays given up. And you know what's all defenses talk about. How do you limit that? Instead, they get hit by a 1-2 punch those last couple of plays, and now they've got their backs to the goal line.
First and goal from the 6.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Race don't travel. Race don't travel. Ready.
Here's Locke. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the front. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
It's a pickup of 17 there, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Broncos 7, Titans nothing.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Tannehill trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Pass caught by Jerry Jeudy, his first NFL catch. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
At the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Back at the 17-yard line.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 2nd and 13, Locke. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're looking for Jeudy, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw is Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And this one complete to Smith. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
18 on the play.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Tannehill throwing complete to Davis. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
A gain of
exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Tannehill to his top target, Brown, for a Tennessee first. The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
And goal at the Broncos' 11-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Tannehill. This is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
For the extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll watch this one fall in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out. From the 31, Locke. Oh, he'll air this one deep for, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. And they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Sets up the screen to Gordon. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this carries into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Got this down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
The debate about evaluating running backs will always continue. But Darrington Evans out of Appalachian State, one of my favorites in the 2020 draft. Great acceleration, very smooth in what he does, shows patience and then the ability to burst and go. Plus, he can be a great kick returner. You want to turn out some great tape. Watch him in college, and now you're seeing it translate into the NFL. Rarely fumbles the football. It has that breakaway speed and explosiveness as we just saw there on that carry.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He's got Smith here. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Titans have taken the lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
Extra point try for Gostkowski. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Titans 14, Broncos 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
44-yard line.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Block working out of the gun. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I know a lot of Denver fans are really excited about the possibilities for Courtland Sutton now that Drew Lock is entrenched as their starting quarterback. Remember, last season, the last 5 games with Lock as the guy in charge, the team went 4-1. I think they'll only get better and better. As for the season, Courtland Sutton had 1,112 yards and 6 touchdowns. with 3 different quarterbacks. Just put the ball in his vicinity, and he'll make a play.
8 yards on the pickup.
Nice catch there by the rookie out of Alabama, Jerry Jeudy, and I am fired up to see the chemistry develop between he and Drew Lock, their quarterback, and in addition, Cortland Sutton, their Pro Bowl wide receiver from last year. This might be the best pair of receivers the Broncos have had since Demaryius Bebe Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This should be fun for Bronco fans to watch.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Lock. And that's incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
I got you, Pop. 55 is my guy, 55. Ready.
From the gun, it's Lock. And Lock throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Titans. They've got the football. They'll be looking to extend their lead here as we begin the 4th quarter. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
He's crossing. He's checking crack.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Derrick Henry.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st down, Titans.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47.
47's the mark. 47's the mark. That's the run. They're running now.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Tackle made at the 30.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
47's the mark, boy. 47. Check, 47. It's out of time. It's out of time.
After the run, Tannehill going to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
yards.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
K.J. Hamler on the return. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Jerry Jeudy with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
The kick is good.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of
Something
10.
to watch here in week 1 of the season,
Tennessee.
tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Complete. Smith has it. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
2nd and 7 at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
That's right, baby. They don't want to. Hey, check mark 45. Check mark 45. I'm trying to collect. Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands on the feet.
They'll toss this out to Evans. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
The Titans were number 1 in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage last year, 77%. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Broncos 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun. Lock. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lock. He's going to... It got his man. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Good for Denver.
On 1st down, Lock. Out quickly to Judy. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
4 more yards.
Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Looked like he had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Mike, 34. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. 34 is the Mike. 34 is the Mike. All right. Hey, go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lock. Again, he targets Judy, and this time the catch made. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. Clock now on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
3 brings up 2nd and 7.
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Titans, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to picking me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in me. And blood across it where the blood's in. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. They have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. I feel the way my heart